Hey Nolls, it's Linnell. So today I'm going to be doing the freshman college experience video, and if you cannot tell, first of all, can we just appreciate this new video camera that I just bought? Okay, I bought this for y'all to make better content, new videos, yeah. So let's get into the video, but first off, please subscribe and hit the like button, and I will get started into the video right now. Okay, I have notes on my phone to help me like better make this run a little bit smoother. If you guys do not know, I go to Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. There's like nobody on YouTube who goes to Rose-Hulman and does like YouTube videos. So yeah, it is a private institute and it's the #1 in engineering. So another question you guys might ask, what's your major? I'm a mechanical engineering student and I just finished my credits for the spring quarter to get my Spanish minor. So I have that, and then I'm also doing the Air Force ROTC program so that I can become an officer when I graduate. First, the move-in day, I will link that down below. Move-in day and orientation, they were very nice. It was pretty fun, I guess. I didn't go to all the events in my orientation because some of them just didn't interest me, and they're like, it's fundatory. It's fun, but it's mandatory. And I'm like, well, you guys can't make me do anything. So I went to some of them, but like some of them I was late to because I would have like the first like club meetings or whatever and like learning about other stuff. So I didn't go to all of them, but I went to the majority of them and they were pretty fun. Hopefully this cooperates. This thing cooperates. Sorry about that, guys. But the thing about Rose-Hulman that's different between a lot of other colleges is that we have trimesters, or we're on the quarter system because there's a summer quarter too. So we complete all of our semesters in 10 weeks. So what a usual college will do in 15 to 16 weeks, we do it in 10 weeks. So our school is like really fast paced. And like if you were to go somewhere like Purdue or some other engineering school, they usually take like 5, maybe even 6 years to complete theirs, but we can complete ours in 3 to 4 years. So usually being 4 years. But yeah, so we are like really fast paced. So the classes for me were really hard, and I was somebody in high school who like breezed through everything because high school was not that hard for me. I mean, I had AP classes. AP physics was pretty hard, but other than that, high school was pretty easy. So when I got to college, I already knew Rose-Hulman was going to be hard because it's #1 in engineering, and engineering is hard in general. Anything STEM related usually is hard. So the classes were like really hard for me. I took 18 credit hours my first quarter, fall quarter. Winter quarter I had 18 credit hours again, and then this spring quarter I had 19 credit hours, which is overloading, and that was so hard. Winter quarter was the hardest for me because like I had a 2.8 winter quarter, like my term GPA was a 2.8. So yeah, that was pretty bad. I ended my freshman year with a 3.07 GPA, so I was like, shoot, that's good enough for me. Tip, I will make a tips video. Comment down below if you guys want a tips video for college, saving money, all that kind of stuff. But I would just say, my books for the first quarter were $645, and I was like, excuse me, what are y'all talking about? Needless to say, after that I never bought a book again. The people in Nsbe, which I will talk about later, they really helped out, and I thought that was like really cool of them. But yeah, so I'm never buying a book again unless like there is only a new book. But like you can go to the library and all the other stuff and they have the books there, but a lot of people don't know that. But anyway, on to this freshman college experience thing. If you guys want to know my schedule, you can comment down below and I'll tell you like exactly the layout of my schedule and what I took, what quarter, and all that stuff. If you guys are like interested, because there's not a lot of females in like engineering fields. There's only 20% of females at my school anyway, and there's like 1% of black people. I think it's like 2.8, but that includes mixed people, and there's a lot of mixed and African people, but not like African American. There is a difference, like there's a cultural difference if somebody's from a whole different continent. So yeah, and I can do an HBCU versus PWI, predominantly white institute, if you guys want me to do that as well. Also, when I went to my freshman year, I was on the cross country team, like collegiate cross country team, and so it was like in my college tag video I said that my best experience in college so far has been going to Pittsburgh with my team, and that's still like true for me, but I didn't really fit in my cross country team because there was like I think maybe like 30-40 guys on the team, maybe 20%. There were a lot of guys on the team and like 11 girls, including me. And I don't know, I just didn't fit in on the team. My roommate was also on the cross country team, and she was the second slowest and I was the slowest on the team. So it was like, I don't know, it was kind of embarrassing for me, but I didn't really care. But it was still like embarrassing being the last person on the team, being like, oh yeah, I felt like people like felt like pity for me, and it's like I'm the only black person on the team too. Well, granted, there's only 1% of us at the school, but still, like, I think I was the first black person on the cross country team, not on the track team, because black people track, but cross country, it's like some stereotype that only Caucasian people run cross country. So I was like the only black person on the team, and I think I was the first one at the school on the team. So that was crazy, and it was just, I just didn't fit in, and it wasn't really like, it was really hard for me because my schedule had really conflicting times with like when we met for cross country practice and stuff. So it was, I want to do it again, but I feel like it is like a really big time commitment, but I want to see if I can do it. I did a lot freshman year, like it was a lot. I am an Air Force ROTC cadet, if you guys. So ROTC is a program where you, like, in my detachment, you go on Tuesdays. We had lead lab, which is 2 hours long, and it's at ISU, Indiana State University. So you have to like drive over there because Rose-Hulman is so small. We had to like combine the detachments, so we meet at ISU, and then we have PT twice a week. I go on Wednesdays and Fridays. When I was in cross country, I didn't have to go to PT, but I still have to go to lead lab, and that's why it was conflicting and stuff. It was really different because I was in high school, I was the Marine Corps JROTC battalion commander, so I was like used to being in charge of stuff, and like the Marine Corps is like way tougher. No offense to anybody in the Air Force. I mean, it's just what it is. Tougher, harder PT, I don't know, stronger than the Air Force. So it was like really like shocking to me. I didn't know like all the terminology for the Air Force. I knew Marine Corps because that's what I did for 4 years. So coming to Air Force ROTC was like a shock to me, and like they were like really like laid back, and it was like kind of weird for me. I don't know how to explain it, but I had a lot of problems with my hair because I do have natural hair, if you guys can't see, and my hair is thick, and I would have like box braids and stuff, and They were like, oh, you're out of regulation. And it was just a hot mess, and I did not enjoy ROTC as much as I would have liked to, but I'm gonna do it anyway because I want to be in the Air Force. And I felt like I was the only, once again, I was the only black girl in ROTC. And then ROTC, I didn't really like that. I had to go. It was just like, it was kind of like a waste of time. Like, I'm going to be an Air Force officer, but to be honest, I was like, this, like, what am I doing right now? I just felt like I didn't belong in that either. Like, I don't know. I just really felt like I did not belong anywhere. Like, I stood out so much. It was just crazy. So now I'm going to talk about my floor that I lived on. So I lived in a hall called BSB, and that's like the best hall. But I didn't really get along with any of the girls on my floor. I wasn't like super tight with them, but I didn't like have a problem with them. But yeah, my floor, they would go out on like trips and stuff sometimes. And like towards the beginning of the year, I did like, we volunteered for an elementary school to host their like fall festival, I think it was. And I went to that, but other than that, I usually didn't do anything with my floor. I was always busy, and I wasn't like close to any of the girls there, so that might be like a little thing. Like, you might think, oh, me and everybody are gonna be so close, and for a lot of people that is true, but that just wasn't my experience. I know, my experience seems like it kind of sucks. Sorry, guys. So the next thing, which I know a lot of you guys are probably like here for, like living for, is the party experience. Partying is so much fun. Oh my goodness gracious. I love going to parties, frat parties, whatever. I like going to parties. So as I told you guys, ISU is like 10, 15, 20 minutes away from Rose-Hulman, but a lot of people don't even know what Rose-Hulman is. And then there's like another college, St. Mary of the Woods, which is an all-girl college, which a lot of those girls will come over to Rose because Rose-Hulman is basically like all male, except it's not, because obviously I won't go there, but 80% of the people, 80% of boys, it's dang near. So some of the St. Mary of the Woods girls will come to parties and stuff and be stealing our men, but it's whatever. But yeah, so ISU is like really hood. That's just what I'll say. Their parties are like hood. People be getting like, there have shootings over there and stuff, and I'm like, I'ma just stay on campus or stay in the Rose parties. And people are like, nerds can't party, Rose-Hulman parties are lame. Where? But yeah, and before y'all ask, no, I do not drink. 1, it's illegal. 2, I can't because it is illegal and I would get in trouble with the Air Force if they found out. And 3, I really don't like drunk people, and there's like problems, and I would rather not associate myself with that. And I think being sober is fun. You can have fun looking at all the drunk people laughing and stuff, so it's cool. I do not drink. I'm going to make a whole video on abstaining from drinking and sex in college anyway. If you guys want that, you guys should like this video and tell me what else you want. But yeah, parties are really fun. At the beginning of the year, there aren't really a lot of parties because a lot of the frats people are rushing for the frats, so they have to they do like the rushing stuff and like have to deal with them and the newcomers and stuff before they can like really get this party set up. There was like a couple parties the first semester, and I went to like the very first one. I still have like the poster, the flyer from it. It was Pirates of the Caribbean. That was my very first frat party, and it was from Pike. It was a Pike party. That was my very first party, and that was like pretty lame actually. Like, me and these 2 girls and a boy I went with for the Pike party, and we were like the only ones dancing. And then we like had to chill out because there was like this drunk person who kept spilling stuff on us. But yeah, that's a whole nother story. I'll tell you guys if you want it. Just comment down below what y'all want. Tell me what y'all want. But parties are really, really fun. Second, like after January, so it was in the middle of winter quarter to spring quarter, I went to a lot of parties then. I would make sure that I got, like, I didn't have anything due at that time, and if I did, I would get it done before the party. It's really not that hard. I'm a party person. My roommate did not go to any party, but she was in a sorority, but sororities don't throw parties except like within themselves, but they're not like parties, they're more like social gatherings. And so yeah, it was kind of, I had to like branch out and like find people to party with because she didn't party with me and we weren't like best friends. I mean, we're friends and I see of her more like a little sister, like that's our kind of relationship, but it wasn't like we were like best friends or anything because we just were different, and that's okay. There's like some stigma if you go to parties that you're some type of person, and that's not true at all. Last thing that I will cover is Nsbe. So Nsbe for me, well, first, Nsbe is the National Society of Black Engineers, and Nsbe for me was so fun, and this is the only thing that I kind of belong to. I reached out to Nsbe, like I was like, y'all please, like take me, I'm here for you, like please, I need something, some sustenance, some culture in this college. It was like, I don't know, I never was around black people that were like, not to say it like, not to like rag on nobody from high school, but I wasn't around like ambitious black people. Like I never seen people with like drive and like who really wanted to do something and who were like really genuinely nice to one another and like a family besides like my family. But yeah, so Nsbe for me was like the only place that I felt connected to anything. Like, to be honest, it's really hard for me to make friends, and like still I'm not really like friends with a lot of them, but I like hang out with them. But that doesn't mean like they know about me, because I'm really like to myself. So that's another thing, like I didn't really make a lot of friends my freshman year, and that's like pretty bad because like in college they're like, oh yeah, you make so many friends. Networking, yes I did, but those aren't my friends. Those are more like acquaintances, like, you know, later in life we're gonna hook it up and we're gonna get like a business going or something like that. Friend that I did make, shout out to Zaina, I didn't make until the very end of the year, and she was a senior, and we became like this. I will insert a picture of us right now. She was like my main squeeze. I made a friend, Aaron. Malcolm was already a friend. He's like super cool, and he's the president of Nsbe now. But yeah, those are just like a couple of the people that I consider friends. I really don't have that many like friends. So yeah, I hope that your experience is like different and you get to have a lot of fun. I know a lot of people who made a lot of friends their freshman year, but I don't know. I'm really a to myself person unless people talk to me, but I feel like a lot of people at my college are like intimidated by the black people there. It's not like trying to cause a race thing, but that's just how my college is. That's just, I don't know. But yeah, it was different. But that's how Nsbe was for me, and yeah, I really enjoyed Nsbe. That was my college experience video, freshman year edition. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!